Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello guys, good morning.
Morning.
How are you? In this occasion, we meet again in Multimodal listening and speaking first class. So we are from first, and here we will explain about the material entitled the function of oral language. So before we explain the material, let me introduce the members of our group.
My name is Dina Septiyani with student ID 2521041.
And me, as moderator, Fatma Oka Azkadina with student ID 2521047.
And me, Naura Laksalsabila with student ID 2521052.
Okay, for the first material, will be explained by Dina.
Okay, before we talk more about the function of oral language, we have to mask what is oral language and what the definition of oral language. Anyone know what is oral language?
No.
Yes, that's right. Oral language can call spoken language. Oral language is the system using sounds and words to combine ideas, thought, emotions, and information verbally. It involves the combination of sounds, vocabulary, grammar, and intonation to convey message. So, oral language is not just talking, but it also contains a message. Oral language is a primary form of communication used in face-to-face interactions. So, in other words, oral language is a person's ability to communicate orally without using text. Next, we will practice example of conversation oral language. Hey, have you all seen the last movie that just came out?
Yeah, I watched it last weekend. It was awesome. The plot was so engaging.
Oh, I haven't seen it. What's about? It's a scary thriller about a group of astronauts on a mission to explore a galaxy.
Well, exactly. The visuals were mind-blowing, and the storyline kept me on the edge of my seat.
Oh, sounds like I need to watch soon. Okay, in this example, the friends are discussing a recent movie, sharing their opinion and asking questions to engage in lively conversation. They express excitement and curiosity about the movie's plot and event, contributing to a friendly and engaging exchange. Okay, next we will discuss about what is the functions of oral language. There are 7 functions. First is instrumental function. What is instrumental? Instrumental comes from the word instrument, which has a meaning tools. The instrumental function of language refers to the use of language as a tool or means to achieve specific goals or express need to get something. It needs to be underlined that to achieve specific goal. Instrumental function is to achieve specific goals. Example of language used in the instrumental function include making requests, giving orders, expressing needs, providing instruction, and convey opinion. It's all with the purpose of achieving specific goals or outcomes. I have example of making a request. First is between student to teacher. Could I have an extension to the deadline assignment set? This shows a student request to ask the teacher for an extension of the assignment. And then second example is giving instruction between teacher to student. Please turn the page of 45 in your textbooks and read the passage silently. This show giving instruction to student to read the book silently. And then the last example is expressing it. Student to classmate. Called you, share your notes yesterday. I missed the class. They show expressing needs because student wants to see the notes of her friend because she missed the class yesterday. And in classroom implementation, as a teacher, you can practice in this morning routine, such as you can ask your student what supplies they need or wants of the day. The next is personal function will be delivered by Fatma Oka.
Okay, now after the first function explained by Dina, there is another function, namely personal. The personal function, famously known as "Here I come." So this function or this type explains that oral language is used to express personal opinions, emotions, and feelings and identity. So the personal function is about ourselves, it's about personal, as well as to seek information about the world. And this type, this personal function, is helped to describe and recount experience in detail, and then express and respond to ideas and opinions, agree or disagree, seek, give, and deny permission to do something. So I have some example of this function, like I'm good. What is that? Or Tobalik is a good place to get refreshing. And then there is can be implemented in the classroom or experience, like interacting with others, and then by doing interesting talks, expressing feelings, asking and responding questions, or teacher assign a new partner. So in teacher assign a new partner, the teacher may ask their students to with his or her friends to get to know the different people. And the next function is interactional. Interactional function, famously known as me and you. So this function is about me and you, two persons. This type explains that oral language is used to form relationship, getting along with others, express emotions, and strengthen bonds with others. So about two persons to form or create the relationship. This type is helps to create or welcome people, and then attract attention and congratulate or praise people. Like congratulate, you are so beautiful, you are so smart, like that. Or negotiate or interrupt appropriately, and then maintain a conversation. And then some example of this function, like thank you so much, or I love you and I want to live with you forever, something like that. And then the implementation of this function in classroom or experience, like play or working and class project. So the students in the classroom, they play some games or some activity or working in class project. And then dialogues and or discussion, or role plays, debates, or meeting students from other classes. So this function is used to get to know about the other people or other person. And the next function is regulatory. Regulatory is famously known as do as I say or do as I tell you. This type or this function explains that oral language used to command, persuade, or request someone to do something, giving warnings, giving directions, and controlling their behavior. So this function, the focus of this function is to command or persuade other people or other person. This type is helps to give correct information, or giving something, or persuade others, or give specific logical instruction in a variety of context for different audiences, or giving orders or manipulating others. And then some example of this function, like let's go home now. there is a request someone to do something, and then the next example is you need to finish the homework tonight. It's same, request someone to do something or comment, and then could you like to give some money? Nah, that is a giving direction or giving warnings. And then the implementation of this function in a class or experience, like make games and the rules. So the teacher or the students can make or create a game and the rules of the game, and then give instruction to friends or other. So the people giving instruction to family or friends or something like that, and then teach a skill, construct a persuasive text. Persuasive text is the type of text is tells about persuade something to do something, and then making students leaders in a group. So it means the teacher will ask or command the students to be a leader in a group, small group. And the next function will be delivered by Naura.
Okay, the next function is representational. Representational, also known with referential function. What's that? Representational function is primarily focused on conveying information, facts, or description of the external world. When people use language for this function, they aim to provide clear and accurate details. For the example, when someone describes the future on object or narrates an event or explain a concept, they are using the representational function. This function is essential for transmitting knowledge and sharing information effectively. Okay, the next is heuristic. What is that? The function of oral language heuristic is related to the exploration and discovery of new information or ideas through conversation and inquiry. It involves asking questions, seeking explanation, and engaging in discussion to gain a deeper understanding of a topic. The heuristic function encourages critical thinking and problem solving. When individuals engage in a Socratic dialogue on brainstorm ideas in a group, they are using the heuristic function to explore and learn. Next is imaginative. Imaginative function of oral language involves creativity, storytelling, and expression of emotions, feelings, or imaginative words. The function allows individuals to create and share narrative, poems, stories, or artistic expression. When someone tells a fictional story, or recites a poem, or expresses the emotion through words, they are using the imaginative functional. It enables humans to connect on emotional levels, entertain, and explore the realm of imagination. Okay.
Okay, that was the explanation of the function of oral language. Hopefully all of you can receive and understand the material well. Next is the Q&A session and discussion. We open for 3 questions. If anybody wants to ask, please raise your hand and say your name is related. Three questions first. Fanny, Adila, and then Asya. Yes, please, Fanny, your question.
Okay, thank you. My name is Fanny with ID 2521092. I will ask about, can you give example of conversation with using interactional function in classroom.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Fanny. And the next questioners, Adila.
Okay, thank
What's
you.
your question?
I am Adila Brilliant, studying part 1. Okay. The question is, your group mentioned that the function of language that are personal interaction, regularity, imaginative, neuristic, and
Yes.
then, according your group opinion, what is the function of national language in national identity and culture?
Oh.
Thank you.
The function of language in as identity, national or culture. Yes. Okay. Okay. From the last question, Asia.
Thank you. I'm Asha Nurwatifa with student ID 252105. I want to ask about do we as a lay people need to know the functions of spoken oral language like you said before? And what if we don't know? Because in my opinion, without knowing those functions, we are also used to communication verbally.
Noted. Yes. Thank you for the question. Let us discussion.
Okay, I will answer the question of Asia. You are right, as a beginner, we are naturally used to communicating verbally without needing to know the function of oral language. Even without formal knowledge, the function of oral language we can interact and communicate in daily life well. But understanding the function of oral language is have additional benefits such as improved communication skill, communication problem solving, and understanding others better. Although it is not must have to knowledge and understanding what is the function of oral language, but it can improve communication and social interaction skills. This can help us to be more awareness and effective in using spoken language or oral language in daily life. Like that. Okay, how about? Next question will answer by Dina. Naura. Okay, next question is by Tiffany. Can you repeat the question, please? Can you give example of conversation in international function in classroom? Just example the conversation. Yes. There are the question of the answer of the question is there are two persons, A and B. The A first. What do you think if we discuss about this topic? B. I don't think so. How about this? I think it's more easy and useful. A. You're so brilliant. B. Thank you so much. It is enough for the question. Yes, understand. Thank you, Naura. Thank you.
The next question from Adila. Yes. The question is about the language as national identity and cultural identity, like that. It means the language in general, not oral language specifically. The answer is, as we all know, language is the most important element in a communication. The most important element. However, it is only a means of communication. but also representation of cultural identity, history and values passed down from generation to generation. Because language plays an important role in shaping individual and group identity. Can we understand? Is the answer well received?
Thank you.
Okay. We open 3 questions more. Anybody want to ask?
Please raise the
Okay. Hafizin Fahmi, Fatan Bagis, and Putri. First, Hafizin Fahmi, please.
Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Hafin Fahmi, student ID 2521003. I want to ask to your group about the presentation. In the era of the presentation, it was explained that the personal function is expressing oneself others. In the instructional section, it also confirms that is there really a connection between the two as well as what distinguishes between the two? Thank you.
Between
Between the two.
personal function and interactional function. Okay. Thank you.
The differences, right?
Yeah,
Differences.
is there some meaning about the two or and if the differences about that?
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
And the next question, Fatan.
Okay, my name is Logis, and I want to ask into the group that is the function oral language. That number 1 instrument, and what the connection instrumentation from the oral language? Can you explain about it?
Instrumental function.
Yes, connections from the oral language and explain about it.
The experimental function. Okay. The last question, Putri.
Okay, thank you. My name is Putri Dasari, student ID 25109. I will ask question what is said earlier that oral language is spoken language. So what is the difference between oral language and our daily communication?
Can you repeat it?
Repeat your question, please.
What is said earlier that oral language is spoken language. So, what is the difference between oral language and our daily communication?
Oral language with daily communication.
Yes, differences. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I will answer the question of Putri Widyasari. The difference between oral language and daily communication, guys. Okay, oral language can be said to be part of daily communication. So, oral language is specific and daily communication are more than it. Oral language only focus on speaking, listening, understanding, and language use. Meanwhile, daily communication focus on oral language, body language, sign language, and nonverbal communication. So, both are different. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, next, I wanna answer the question from Fatan. The question is connection of instrumental and oral language. Based on Dina explanation that instrumental function comes from the word instrument, which has a meaning tool. The instrumental function of language refers to the use of language as a tool or means to achieve specific goals or to express need to get something. So, instrumental is the function of oral language, not the another characters or so instrumental is part of functional of oral language. Can you get the point?
Okay. The last question from Mas Hafidin. The question is between personal and instructional is the same meaning or not? Like that. Yes, the focus point on that. Like I explained earlier that two function is different. That the personal function is more focused to express personal opinions, feelings, emotion, and identity. So the personal is to express ourselves. Because of that, the personal function usually call here I come. Here I come. Like what? Like I do. Like I express about opinions, my feelings, or my emotion like that. Or if interactional about two people. Because of that, the interactional usually call me and you, not one person like personal. So interactional explain about the interactional is used to create or make relationship about other person. If the personal about we express my emotion, my opinions. If interactional, we create or we make relationship with other person, other friends, other family like that. To strengthen bonds with others, like thank you so much or I love you, something like that. If personal, the example like I'm good or my opinion like Tobalik is a good place to get refreshing. Did it answer your question?
So from your explanation, the personal function is one of the interactional function, I guess?
No, it's differences because there are 7 functions in there.
Because in the personal function, it also express. It means it can be interactional to others, like that.
Yes, interactional. Maybe the person use of the function may be expressed too. But the focus of interactional function is create or make relationship with others. Within personal is express ourselves, like express my opinion, my emotion. Yes, the importance of ourselves, not with others. Because usually call here I come, not me and you, like that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you for the all questioners. We are from group 4. Sorry if there are mistakes. And thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.